Good evening, welcome. Thank you for joining this Thursday Unwind Mindfulness Practice Meditation Practice Group. My name is Karson Wong. I'm the founder of MindfulOcean. So this practice group, I have to say thank you to the Hive for this collaboration and for all the efforts from their team to make this happen. So great to see you all. And throughout this 45 minutes session, so we're going to do a couple of mindfulness practices, including meditation, including some check-in, and also some exercises we can cultivate well-being, we can cultivate our inner calmness and inner peace throughout these difficult times that we are in. All right, so as always, I'd like to invite all of you to use the first minute or two to settle in, to establish a posture, a comfortable position for yourself to practice this, begin being mindful throughout this session. So you can choose to sit in a chair, you can choose to sit in a couch, or you may even want to lie down on a bed or on a mattress or on your yoga mat. That's fine, as long as you are wakeful or you are following. And if you feel you need some support at the back, feel free to grab some pillows or cushions to stuff it between the torso and the back of the chair so that you can have more support. And after you have chosen your posture, and just allow some space, allowing the attention to go inwards, to turning the attention to notice the body, notice how you are right now in this body. Some of you have been working all day. Some of you are maybe working from home or having a rest day, a day off, staying home. Just notice how this body is feeling right now, the present moment experience in the body. Just taking a few moments to notice. Breathing. Perhaps you may notice some part in the body, you may find it stiff or tense or tired, exhausted, and you may even want to breathe a little bit more deeper to direct your breathing to those parts to see or maybe encourage those sensations to soften a little bit. Continue to be grounded and resting the attention, the awareness inside the body. And as you continue to breathe, turning the attention into the mind, just check in, noticing the emotional state, the mind state in this moment. How are you feeling right now? Perhaps some of you may feel stuck, may feel at ease, may feel relaxed. Or some of you may feel exhausted, feel tired, frustrated. So being mindful doesn't mean that we have to change or to control or fix our mental state. It's just about noticing and pay attention and allowing these feelings, allowing these natural emotions to be here, and we can offer some kindness and space to allow them to be here. Making space for these emotions. And then now just taking a few deeper than normal breaths. Breathing in fully through your nose. And then breathing out fully, naturally. And then taking one more deep breath in, noticing the freshness, noticing the energy coming in, flowing into the body. And then breathing out softly, deeply, inviting the body to release and to relax naturally. Okay, so here we are. Awesome. Okay, just you may want to, I'd like to invite you to just use one or two words to describe or to check in your present moment experience, your physical state, your mind state or mental state right now. You can type in the chat. For me, I feel my body is kind of in a rush, kind of rushed and a little bit scared because I just got back home, and then my mind is a bit agitated. Yeah, so a little bit agitated, and I feel some fuzziness in my mind. Okay, so so I'd also like to invite you to do the same thing, to do the same check-in, mindful check-in, to honor these authentic, natural body feeling or the experience in the mind. And also, if you like, you can share with us. Yeah, Sanjita, feeling relaxed and happy. That's great. Yeah, good to know that. Okay, and Flossie, and feel much calmer after the exercise. Great. You're welcome. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Arushi. Thank you. Welcome. Okay, so so mindfulness is a way of being. Is also a practice of meditation. Is a way that we can practice our present moment awareness, and also cultivating this ability to pay attention intentionally to the present moment experiences with curiosity and openness, and also a willingness to stay with what is, to stay with the present moment experiences. And that requires practice, that requires patience and courage to meet the discomfort, to meet this unease. And in particular, like now, the situation we are in Hong Kong, yeah, the COVID-19 situation is getting serious and serious again, bounce back. And we are facing more restrictions getting tightened, and also some of you and me myself personally, I also feel that feeling stuck and feeling frustrated, and there's restlessness, really wanting to go outside, wanting to hang out with friends, to have dinners, to have a vacation, hot parties with people around me, and really want to engage to some activities like exercise or workout or doing sports. And somehow we, for the obvious reason, we can't do that right now. And I'm not sure about you, but I believe some of you can relate to this, feeling this stuckness and the restlessness and the wanting to move around, and now feeling frustrated and feeling bored in the space or in our home. And this uncomfortable feeling is very natural and very common right now. And when we do meditation practice, I know that some of you can feel similar experience too. When you sit in stillness, when you sit for a longer period of meditation practice. So even if you are beginners, for sitting maybe like few minutes can be a very, very challenging practice for you. You may already sense the restlessness. You already sense that, oh, you want to move, the impulse, the urge to change your posture or to scratch an itch. That's normal because our mind, our brain is wired to search for comfort. Our brain, our body is made to survive, to get away from dangers, because we are not used to sitting still. We're not used to being still. So that's why we feel very uncomfortable when we practice mindfulness or when we practice meditation. But that's a perfect mirror for us, because in our normal life, in our real world life, we deal with the same situation. The resistance, wanting to move, the resistance of fighting against the situation that we can't change actually brings us a lot of suffering. We waste a lot of energy, waste a lot of time or efforts, want to change the situation or to fix the situation, but somehow we can't. And also feeling bad and feeling frustrated, angry about the situation, but that doesn't help. That brings nothing. It brings no benefits about towards our well-being. So that's why we feel very uncomfortable. We feel very, very stressed in those situations because of these reactivities, the resistance, fighting against the reality. So meditation practice, mindfulness meditation can help us to practice this, bringing ease, bringing space and calmness to help us cope with these situations, to help us cope with restlessness, cope with the urges and also the internal uncomfortable feeling, so that we can just sit with them, just be with them, try to experiment with this possibility. So tonight we're gonna practice this a little bit. I want to give you a taste of how we can practice this openness, opening ourselves to meet those challenges and obstacles in meditation, but also in our daily lives too. So if you are just beginning, just starting out with the mindfulness practice, that's totally fine. And I'll lead you and guide you through the practice. So you can just bring this open mind or beginner's mind to follow along. And for experienced meditator, I also welcome you to just follow along with the practice and practice together. Okay, great. So now, getting back to our comfortable posture. So setting intention to be wakeful and also be at ease in the meditation. So sitting upright, or you may choose to lie down, that's fine. So finding a middle ground, having this comfort and ease in the body, but at the same time being wakeful, being alert, and having a sense of dignity in the body. So resting, softening the shoulders, resting your hands on your laps or between your hips, that's fine. Either way is fine. And if you find it safe or appropriate for you, then you can choose to close your eyes, or you can leave your eyes open with a downward soft gaze. And now, just breathing into your attention, bringing the awareness to the body, noticing how this body is in contact with the chair, with the floor, with the space that you are in. Maybe your bedroom, your living room, or your office. Resting and sinking into the posture, sinking into the surface. We don't have to put any extra effort, just allowing the body to be soft and natural. So noticing the sensations of contact, noticing the weight, the pressure, the firmness, the softness between the feet, the legs, the buttocks, the skin, the back of the chair, the shoulders, the temperature. So from moment to moment, we are actually connected to the space. We're actually connected to our surrounding. So even if you are closing your eyes, you may still sense some brightness, some lights. Let them in. In your ears, you may be hearing, you may be listening to sounds around you, in front of you, coming from the back or from 360 degrees. It doesn't matter where it comes from, the sound. Just let them in. So being fully aware, becoming fully aware of this whole being, this whole body in the space. If you find yourself, you find the mind getting lost in stories, thoughts, thinking, distractions, that's perfectly fine. It's very normal. And just give yourself a smile or just label them, noticing, recognizing where did the mind go. Maybe about some memories or some fantasies, some stories. And just bring the mind, bring the attention back to the body. So now directing the attention to breathing. You may want to bring the attention to the belly, the abdomen, noticing the rising and falling as you breathe. Or you may want to focusing on the chest, the heart region, sensing the expansion, contraction as you breathe. Or the nostrils, the tip of the nose, sensing the flow of the air, coolness, warmth. So you can choose a place where you can feel the breathing most obviously. So choosing your home base, choosing a place of anchor, and then just resting the awareness there. Cultivating concentration and focus, and grounding in our breathing. Breathing is always happening inside us, so it can be a safe refuge for us when we feel upset, when we feel stressed, when we feel lost, distracted, and we can just come back, return to the breathing. And just flowing with the breathing in and out, one breath at a time. We don't have to change. We don't have to fix the rhythm. Just following through, observing the in-breath, observing the out-breath. So let's practice it in silence. And whenever we notice mind wandering, we notice getting lost in distraction, it's a moment of mindfulness, being awake again. That's the part of the practice. Only when we are awake, when we notice that we can come back, we can return to the anchor, return to the home base. So let's practice it together in silence and enjoy it. So now, just noticing in the body. So as you continue to breathe, you may want to relax a little bit with the focus and just scanning through this body, noticing if you feel any restlessness, any impulses that you want to move, any temptation that you want to change the posture. If that happens, then just notice where is it showing up. And if you don't find it, that's fine. If you don't sense any qualities of restlessness or unease, that's perfectly okay. You can continue with the practice. But if you notice these qualities, these experience, and I'd like you to be curious instead of immediately moving or changing the posture. Just bring some curiosity first, noticing where does it come from, what is showing up. So this restlessness, um, this wanting to move may comes from the shoulders, and then you may want to go a little bit deeper to notice what it is, the sensations showing up right now, what is present there. So you may notice pain, you may notice soreness, or you may notice itch, some flopping, some pulsing, vibrations, heat. And see if you can just make space. And or even you may want to soften these sensations with your breathing. Taking a slightly deeper breath and directing the breathing there to soften, to loosen the tension a little bit, loosen the edge of these discomforts, and see if it changes this restlessness. So opening up and just playing with this capacity to directly experience and meet this discomfort with kindness, with space, curiosity, gentleness. It's like how you treat, how you hug a very little baby, a toddler. He or she may be crying, maybe crying for your attention. And now you can offer these discomforts your kind attention, a very gentle curiosity, just taking care. And see if you can just sit with, just make space and be with these sensations, being with these urge and impulse. And just breathe. And of course, if you find it very overwhelming, it's very hard, very challenging, it's fine. You can still choose to move and change your posture or scratch. But I want you to do it mindfully. I want you to do it with care and being conscious about your action, and also becoming aware of the results after you change it, after you move it. How does it change? Feeling better or worse, or just nothing happened? If you notice this restlessness may come from your heart, your mind, just maybe you feel some stuckness, some unease in your heart, in your mind, that's fine. You can name it. Oh, I feel stuck. I feel restless. I want to move. So you can listen to these voices in your mind. And then you can notice how about the body? Any sensations or any changes shows up in the body as you have this feeling. And again, just being curious and cultivating this flexibility of how we deal with, how we work with this uncomfortable feeling of restlessness. So let's play with it. Let's play with this practice for a little more while. If you get lost, if you feel confused, that's okay. Just continue to practice with your anchor, with your breathing. Just sensing the qualities, the experience of being still, the inner stillness, the inner openness. How is that like? How is that like? These unmoving, these calm, and grounded qualities. So now, releasing the practice gently, and just coming back with the breathing. Just coming back, returning to the home base, and just breathe. So bring yourself returning to the present moment. Having a soft landing, grounding ourselves again. So now, gently moving bring some movements to the body, wiggling your fingers, your wrists, your shoulders, your ankles. Responding to what is called for right now for the body. You may want to have a sip of water. So when you feel ready, and then now opening the eyes. So being aware of this virtual community, this practice group again. All right, so here we are again. So we just finished the practice, and we've cultivated this quality of flexibility, being flexible when we practice, when we notice the discomfort. Not only for restlessness, maybe it can be applied to any forms of discomfort or unease in our mind, in our body. So when you feel this anger, you may feel frustrated, you may feel boredom, you may feel the pain in the body, you may feel the itch. You want to scratch, you want to change your posture, you want to stand up and move and run away from the chair. And those moments is an opportunity for you to practice. And you can be curious. You can notice which part is feeling this discomfort, and then you can bring the attention to them and be curious about the qualities, what it is like with the sensations. Is it showing up with some heat or some uh, throttling or vibration? And just be patient and create some space for you to be with those sensations for a little while. And then if you notice that, oh, somehow it just passed, and after noticing them, after labeling them, it just changed or softened, then that's good. And then you can continue the practice. Or if you might find it very overwhelming, or it grows or stronger and stronger to a point that, oh, I can't stand with that anymore and I just need to change, then just fine. That you can choose to change your posture. You can just choose to relax, stretch a little bit with your arms or legs, and that's perfectly okay. It's not a problem. But just doing this change with mindfulness and being clear about your action, being clear about your how does it change afterwards. Okay. And yeah, so that's how we can practice flexibility and cultivating this muscle capacity to bring some gentleness to meet those challenges, obstacles in the practice. And this can be translated, can be transferred to our real world life, to our real life. And yeah, so we've touched on these in our sitting meditation. And then now I'd like to invite all of you to do another exercise together, which is involving our body. So we want to embody mindfulness as we in our day-to-day lives as well. So sometimes when we work very hard for a long time or a few hours, you may feel stuck. You may need to solve some problems, and you're constantly thinking about your solutions or how you may need to respond to your teams, your clients, or you may need to have some creativities, some ideas, but you can't. There's nothing happens, nothing show up. You feel so stuck, and those moments we can actually do a very quick some body movements to shift our body state, and let's see if that would help us to be more open to the situation and to bring to create some space to allow inspiration to come in. So I'd like you to just find a relatively bigger space so that you can move around with your arms. And then now just bring attention again to the body. I'd like you to just try this together to sense the difference between closedness and the openness. Okay, so let's try it squeezing up the shoulders first. So now just breathe in and squeeze the shoulders together. Squeeze up, bring them closer to your ears, and just hold them very tightly. And you may want to clench your fist as well. You just hold it, and you may want to exaggerate a little bit. And then just release, breathe out, relax. And then you may want to spread your arms outward to the side and just opening the chest. And just breathe in and inviting some openness to the body. And notice how does that feel. And then just breathe out and relax. Bring the arms down. Soften the shoulders. And let's try this one more time and sense and experiments with the closedness. Just closing the feet together, squeezing the shoulders. You may want to close or just have a tight chest. Squeezing everything in the body, all the muscles. And then breathe out and just relax and open up again. Spreading your arms out. Opening up the chest. And sensing the difference. Receiving the energy flowing in the body. Breathe in and out and relax, releasing, bringing the arms and shoulders down. And so this practice, it's okay if you don't feel a very immediate change. But there's something we can do, especially when we feel stressed and we feel overwhelmed and stuck. Just trying to have some shift in our body and to allow some energy flowing again, especially when we are staying with this one posture for a long time, so as we work, and also, and when we feel stuck, actually we can also practice our awareness to expand our awareness to a bigger field of awareness. So let's try this together. So it's just sitting and being still again. And you may want to close your eyes and just follow. And being still again. And just recalling in your own time, recalling with your mind. So the last time when you feel stuck, how did that feel? So now remembering the scenarios, the episodes when you feel stuck, when you feel lost or confused. The eagerness to search for an answer, want to fix some problems, finding a solution, but somehow it's not that clear. How does that feel? Sensing, listening to your heart, sensing the body, this closeness, this stuckness. How does that feel? What is showing up? Paying attention. So then now just playing with this with curiosity. So imagining now you are a being, you are noticing your whole body, holding this whole body with your awareness. And then now expanding this awareness. It's like you're in a bubble. And this bubble grows larger and larger. So you're listening. You may want to pay attention to sounds. And just listening to sounds around you, not just the sounds so near or close to you, expanding your hearing to maybe a few feet away from you. And just listen. Expanding your field of awareness. And then you may want to sense with your body, your skin as well. Sensing the air around you. Again, it's like a bubble. And then gently expand the bubble a little bit more and more. Sensing the space in your room and then in your home, this whole living space. And then maybe expanding to sense the whole floor. And now finally you may want to open the eyes. And again, experiment playing with expanding your vision. Just seeing with your peripheral vision, including everything around you, letting them in. And just looking, inviting the vision images to come. And opening up with your awareness. And just being here. Being still and being aware of everything around you. Now, just breathe. So, alright, so here we are. So as this practice comes to an end, so I hope you would find it interesting. It may not be useful. You may not find it very, very useful right now, but you can practice it or experiment with it, play with it whenever you feel stuck, whenever you need some openness, you need some inspiration or creativity. You can just try to becoming aware of your whole surrounding instead of just focusing on inside the body, inside the breath. Of course, it may help you be more grounded or be more calm, but we can also try and other different type of practice to opening ourselves up to noticing this whole surrounding, being aware of the whole surrounding around us, and try if that helps. Okay, so yeah, so pretty much that's it for tonight. Thank you for everyone, and thank you for your time, for your practice, your engagement, and hope you find it useful, and I hope you enjoyed it. And next week, next Thursday, same time, same link, and the passcode, and I hope we'll come together and practice again. And we wish you all well and take care and be safe and be happy.